Melania documentary draws divided reaction across America. Melania Trump's new Amazon MGM Studios documentary has sparked sharply divided reactions across the US, reflecting the nation's political polarization. While some theaters saw near empty screening, filled mostly with journalists, others, especially and conservative leaning areas, were packed with supportive audiences, largely older women. Viewers who attended praised the film's behind the scenes look at the demanding life of the First Lady, her role in White House events, and her endurance during long inaugural days. Trump supporters described the documentary as graceful and inspiring, highlighting Melania's influence and composure, while critics dismissed it as one deaf or overly polished. Democratic election officials brace for worst case federal interference ahead of midterm. Democratic secretaries of state across the US say they are preparing for unprecedented worst case scenarios in the upcoming midterms, including potential federal intrusion under the Trump administration, alarmed by FBI seizures of ballots, Justice Department demands for sensitive voter data, and rhetoric around debunked election fraud claims. Officials say federal intervention is now a real contingency to plan for alongside cyber attack or power outages. Some worry armed federal agents or immigration enforcement real polling places could intimidate voters, particularly in minority communities. While the White House dismisses these fears as baseless, conspiracies concerns have intensified after cuts to federal election cybersecurity support. Texas special elections sent to further shrink GOP's slim House majority. The U.S. House special election runoff in Texas on Saturday is poised to further narrow Republicans' already razor-thin majority. Voters in Texas' 18th congressional district will choose between two Democrats, former Harris County Attorney Christiane Menifee and former Houston City Council member Amanda Edwards, to fill a seat vacant since March following the death of Representative Sylvester Turner, with the House currently split 218 Republican to 213 Democrat. Speaker with Mike Johnson will be left with virtually no margin for error once the winner is sworn in. Tulsi Gabbard steps into controversial election 2020 fraud probe. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard has drawn sharp criticism after personally involving herself in a federal probe into the 2020 election, appearing during an FBI search of the Fulton County Elections Office in Georgia. The move aligns with President Donald Trump's long debunked claims of election fraud and has raised alarms among state election officials and experts, who note that elections are run by state and DNI's role is traditionally limited to countering foreign interference. Democrats accused Gabbard of legitimizing election denial, conspiracies, and politicizing the intelligence community. While some Republicans welcomed the scrutiny, the Trump administration defended her involvement as part of securing election integrity, though it has not identified any clear foreign nexus tied to Fulton County. Inside Trump administration's whiplash week of crisis and controversy, the Trump administration endured a chaotic week marked by rapid pivots and fresh controversies that repeatedly derailed its messaging. After the fatal shooting of the LX Pretty in Minnesota, President Donald Trump briefly recalibrated, removing a top immigration officials, reaching out to Democratic leaders and refocusing on economic issues, but that restraint quickly unraveled with late-night social media attacks followed by overlapping crises, including the arrest of journalist Don Lemon and the release of news F. Epstein-related files containing unverified claims. Efforts to promote domestic priorities, from immigration messaging to economic initiative, were drowned out by investigation, foreign policy tensions, and internal backlash. Advisors privately acknowledged frustrations at the administration's struggle to maintain narrative discipline in a critical midterm year.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.